Da, da, da. Hey now everybody, Sodaron here. Oh, I guess I should not have that page up. That makes that very confusing. I wanted to show my logo there, but there's other ways I can do that. Watching the Twitch isn't good because it does the infinite loop of mirrors that go on and on and on forever. So anyways, what I have here for you is Game 3 of the MSI Knockout Stage, Day 1, which was RNG versus EG. And so here we always put the blue on this side and the red on the right side. And it's kind of like that in sports. I don't even know if people know this or whatever. It took me my lifetime to catch on, but I caught on that when you read like headlines of sports teams, like NFL, any sport, you've got on the first team on the left side is the visiting, and then the other is the right. So say you've got like RNG versus EG, well then RNG is the visiting team in the series and EG is the home team. And blue, I guess, is considered normally the home and red visitor for League of Legends, for example. But it's like that football or basketball. Like you have, or we have the Golden State Warriors right now playing the Celtics in the NBA Finals. And so when you see if it's Golden State versus Celtics, then they're playing in Boston. Or Boston versus Golden State, then they're playing in California. So it took me quite a long time in my life to figure that out. I never had anyone explain it to me, but I caught on. I'm not so dumb. So anyways, so on my system here, I put on this side blue and this side's red. Okay, so kind of got a weird pick here for EG. Was no, I'm seeing that wrong. Anyways, I thought that said Akali and it's Ari. I'm dumb. Anyways, yeah, so let's go into Game 3 here.
My attention that I cast every single one of those NA
okay.
moments. That's good.
And we'll fast forward their bantering there. Theater mode. Okay, I will get better at this. I guess maybe I need a Steam Deck next. A Stream Deck next. And a Steam Deck. No, I don't need a Stream Deck. I don't need a Steam Deck. So we've got RNG here, and EG's back is up against the wall because they must win this game or the series is over. So normally a team with their back up against the wall like this where it's win or go home, they might pull out some weird picks. That's why I said Akali. I was thinking it's Ari. But Ari's one of the main staples in this tournament for the mid lane. See, I misread it. I thought that meant Ari's going to Impact, but no. This is the pick order, and this is the actual order they play, where Impact gets Ornn and Inspired Viego, and on and on. So, okay, EG banned Galio and Gwen. Oh, Galio and Gwen, Kai'Sa, and RNG bans Lucian and LeBlanc and Tom Kench. Those are probably some good bans against EG. Gwen and Galio and Kai'Sa, those are really good bans on EG's part because those are probably Zhao, Galas, and Ben's some of their best champions. So yeah, good ban there. Trying to figure out a better place to put that, but then I want you to be able to see it and the screen. I guess like that's better. Okay.
been good. Like RNG has one bottom lane.
I'm new at this. Please give me time.
We won the game. It's usually we won top lane, so we won the game.
Yeah, or even, you know, getting control of the mid lane and letting Xiaohu kind of get out on the roam. And I definitely agree. I think that's why you're kind of seeing, okay, well, we're going to go towards the Gangplank more. It worked out really well. And you're kind of looking at it.
Wukong and Gangplank.
Because the Ornn, I thought, did reasonably well when we got to team fights, but actually the laning phase didn't go so hard.
Viego is Wii's best champion, I think we could all agree on, or one of them. And so, but I think Wukong was the main staple of this tournament. I see in the next, I was messing on the beta server, and I see in the next patch on there, or coming up, is they're going to nerf his W on the time, the cooldown time. So Riot definitely thinks Wukong is overpowered.
As they've continued with everything else consistent here with the rest of the draft, but we'll see, because RNG would probably want to snag.
Hoping the mic that far away is good. Do I need to be clear up?
I mean, look, it's gotta be the side.
I'm hoping my voice is broadcasting to you. Okay, got Zaya. We've got Ornn top, probably the best top champion you can get.
Feels like if you try to play Jinx into this, you're just gonna have a miserable time.
So unironically, lock at Senna fits an anti-dive comp. So last time around they banned it out. Let's see if the next ban is the Senna, because Ezreal, I think would be the way for them to go.
I can see Gangplank probably does pretty well in the Ornn.
A lot easier. Then it would allow EG to really focus on their top side with some early jungle pressure. So again, it's a smart ban from RNG. We'll see if they do follow it up with the Senna again.
Yeah, but I think without Tom Tension, it feels like there's not that big a proclivity. So I mean, we'll end up having to see the second ban needs to come in.
I feel like there's so many options that have been unexplored.
I feel like the consensus is I'm trying to show you this sheet, and everyone watching is saying, please don't show us that, we don't care. Don't show us, we don't care.
Alright, well, if we can get something that can at least give Vulcan a little bit more wiggle room in the bot side, I think it could be great, because Vulcan
And you're probably right.
was crucial. We got that
But I have my own system that helps me.
So I think giving Vulcan a little bit more tools than the Tam King.
Maybe up here in this corner is better.
Now you can look for
Yeah.
something that has a
I don't mean to be doing that, I'm sorry. I've done it so much, I'm about to cut this and redo it.
I actually really want to see the Senna now that we've been on here.
I've converted you. Love that champion.
Well, Danny was
Got
always
Lysandra,
really big Senna and Sarah
which is
bottom player even. So he is really
one
the heal-oriented
Zalhu mini games here at this MSI tournament.
have some more options here.
Seraphine fits here too. She is a weaker bot lane than before. Ooh, wow, yeah. I mean, Zeri definitely is an option.
My screen
Yeah,
froze. I don't know about you guys.
Okay, we can look over there in the back wall behind where the team's
Truthfully,
right now instead.
I came in a little late in this season, about halfway through spring, and I think right when I came in, Zeri was banned every game and the most OP champion in the game, and I don't know what they did to her that nerfed her. Something about she can grind the terrain somehow, kind of like Talia does, but actually like grind walls and stuff, and I think they nerfed the distance you could do that or something. We've got Misfortune and Nautilus for EG, and we've got my favorite that Ming plays is Unsealed Spellbook Braum. I don't have favorites, but one I really enjoy watching is his Unsealed Spellbook Braum. It's Ming's answer to Nautilus, and it does very well. It may be better.
Protecting a lot of your teammates. It's still Braum actually takes significant damage even with that up though.
So while Braum is a good pick,
Another one is Vex. I don't know. I mean, she's banned there, and didn't really see her. What happened to Vex? Where did she fall off, or what did they nerf on her?
Is a huge part of a lot of the RNG plays where he's starting them out. So
If you watched the LPL finals, you saw Vex. So I don't know what they, in between that time and the patch, they changed on her.
It's 11% lower win rate than his average across his career.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's why I'd be a little bit worried if it was just the Braum there, and it was like, all right, now we're kind of losing our engage tools. Because I always get nervous when it's Wei who has to be the decision maker on these. But
I also made a mistake because I was trying to read from the screen right when I've got a hard copy in my hand there.
His brain in this matchup thus far. Really, really good manipulation of vision control for him and his team. We'll see if that is enough. EG definitely fighting back so much stronger in the previous game, winning a bunch of team fights, big individual plays as well, but it wasn't enough. This time around, small tweaks to the draft. I think.
All right, here we go. So they are fanning out. No invade this time.
Is this the end? Is this the end of Evil Geniuses and MSI, or do they pull one back here in Game 3?
Yeah. Or is it the beginning of the
What
reverse
did
sweep?
Yes.
I'm huffing the hopium.
Inspire do there? There they got a RNG got a ward on Inspired's jungle, so RNG have knowledge of where their enemy jungler is gonna start from.
I always get like.
So there's a good advantage there for RNG.
In seasons past where you take like TP, roamed up secretly to topside.
Ming, yes, he's got his unsealed spellbook. I've seen him run sometimes Guardian, but it's normally unsealed spellbook on Braum. I think unsealed spellbook is the most OP thing in the game, but that's just my personal opinion. We've also got it on Impact.
And now without a Tom Kench, Danny switches off from heal to this one to do the same thing.
We've got our EG has 2 cleanses here on their carries, which that's pretty smart because of Lissandra's root and slows.
Again, timing is awkward. It comes up as the jungle camp spawn, so you do lose camp DPS in order to kill the ward, but it is, a bit of extra golden XP if you do it. Smite's red, that's correct.
Yeah, interesting. He's headed towards topside again as well. This has been a tendency for Inspired, skip the Krugs, and then wrap back around later for the reverse clear. Topside matchup last time around, Vin was trading so heavily early on that I would say both mid and top in the exact same matchups in the last game were more volatile, even just 2 minutes.
Got a river ward there from Zalhu, so he can kind of hug the others, hug that side, play on that side of the lane, and then because he has the vision there, so he'll play on this side of the lane because he won't know, it keeps him from getting ganked.
I certainly think if EG can end up matching some of these early plays, they can turn them around super effectively.
And the first adaptation we already see here, Impact backed up a little bit further. He did not have to flash this time around.
Ben's got his vision down so he can super aggressively push the lane. Ben is constantly asking to get ganked. It's just how he plays. And he doesn't get punished. There's so much that RNG gets away with here at MSI. And I can just imagine the thoughts. But what I mean is they're playing in the games what they get away with from the other teams not punishing them. Yala uses both of his summoners and Ming uses his Ignite. And Nautilus and Misfortune use both theirs. Unsealed Spellbook Braum, he gets a double kill. Got a nice start for Ming, who I think is #1 support over Carrier, even though I don't pick favorites, but if I had to pick a #1, I would probably say Ming. He's the most underrated support.
But bottom side, this EG team has been so outspoken about playing without fear. Playing against RNG up here at MSI, big stakes for them, and this is no fear shown from the bottom lane. They go for the all-out. Exactly, Freak, the timing there, working out. Vulcan, he timed his hook while the stun came in, so he even made up for some of that duration of getting stunned by having the animation of the hook go out and still getting pulled in. It was pretty well played by him for the all-in, but of course, then Danny is stuck right next to the Braum with the stacks already on him, and they go for the 2 kills. But that is to their you know, endeavors playing without fear versus RNG, the defending MSI.
There's just so many minions there as well that end up doing so much work.
Impact using his teleport to get back up top, so that can give RNG a teleport advantage right now that they could take advantage of.
At least we're seeing EG. I mean, making these plays.
They probably won't this early in the game.
You still want to have that confidence to make them happen.
The damage that coming out of Impact then trades back. Obviously, first strike not coming through when you take damage first.
Inspired could have got a gank off on Ben the last 2 minutes, but
Ben wants to recall. He should be on Sheen money, so he really wants to
decided to farm.
But if Impact can kind of keep him in here where he's not down Sheen, because he's crafted items, right? He's okay. He's TP'd anyway. Yeah. The longer this goes on, the slightly better it is for Impact.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of looks like, oh, you're going to take a lot of damage there, but mana bar is really important with gank playing. And since Ben is so low on mana, Impact felt comfortable. I can tank this minion damage. To your point, I'll take
roams
less
a
damage because he doesn't have
lot.
machine recall just by taking this minion damage, which I keep it there. So.
But that's what the best supports in the world do.
The one that goes to the tower's own lead. Decent damage to Jojo Pin here. Nice root. Nice side step with the charm there as well. Wales come in. There's a stun. Good cleanse.
So Zahu just got his ult there.
Stay in there. Ming tries the steel chair. Will not find his third kill.
No, not quite able to make it stick. Jojo Pyun just about able to get out of there with the cleanse and flash, and that's why it is such an important summoner spell to have against the Lysandra.
And I pointed it out on the last VOD that Zahu is, when he's on Lysandra, he's their team's main engage. And same thing with Galio.
And so he was trying to abuse his level 6 advantage on Lysandra up to the level 5 Ari, and they get both
But
summoners.
RNG uses Zahu ult a lot to engage fights.
Gets it off. It's a very short cooldown, and we'll see if they can repeat anything off of those summoner spells advantage that they got from the double roam.
And even if they don't get to repeat it mid, right, it gives a ton of control to Xiao in that.
And in that time, Ben used his TP that he has obviously backed and TP'd back to lane.
Over halfway back off this cooldown on the ultimate. I wouldn't be surprised if they're looking to see if they can try and make some plays down towards the bot side, maybe turn that into a dragon as well.
Couple nice double up there out of Danny, teamfight tactics expert as far as we can tell. 2-on-2 and holding on about an 8 CS lead as the minions thin out in that bottom lane, trading the kill for the assists and whatnot. Pretty close game. RNG though still ahead.
Kind of wondering if there would be a
It's nice being able to forge your items in lane. That's pretty OP'd on its own.
They're just keeping the wave in mid there, and Inspired not heading over, so don't think there's going to be an attempt to punish the ultless Lysandra.
Nice little couple of shots there. Shield.
Looks like we got RNG getting the blue buff handed over right now. Brought it up on the last 2 VODs. Most of the times I see RNG go early dragon like 5 minutes, 6 minutes in, and against EG they don't. I guess they don't care or don't think they need dragon. And so RNG, both teams should be setting up for Herald right now. I would say, my personal opinion, should plan ahead of time, a minute or 2 minutes ahead of, you're gonna get this objective, let's be ready.
Inspired and Jojo not gonna overextend until Vulcan gets here. The support roam timing is critical.
But they are prepared for this Herald. I think by this game, EG know they can't let RNG have this Herald, because the first 2 games they did this, so now they see we gotta help contest it. And I don't know why you'd be doing a blue buff right there. Like, I guess Inspired was that worried about losing that buff, because they should have went over and tried to stop RNG. That's how I see it anyways. Inspired was that worried that they were going to come steal his blue buff that he was handing over to Jojo. Jojo doesn't seem like a player that really would care one way or the other to have blue buff. He would still play that aggressive. So 9 minutes, we've got Jojo's ult down to keep track of Ben's ults down. Vulcan didn't have his ult.
No, he's not. Blind Q. Oh, he's not going. He's going to get caught out there. That's going to be a kill. Well done to RNG. They catch the man. They're going to find their 4th.
JoJo was very overextended.
Blind Q, the game, and EG scattered to the winds, trying to stay alive. JoJo may have to execute. Recall,
I don't know, they spent a lot to think they can get Ben, right? It's just trying to see why they picked that fight, is what I want to figure out.
Yeah, Danny's also just so separated from the team, right? Everyone else on EG on that top side, Danny trying to push that wave mid, so he will get at least a little bit of CS advantage for himself. Now have to move down and try and get a push on the bot side as well, but EG...
And Inspired went back to farming. Maybe he should have roamed up with them. Anyways, they invest Ornn's ult, and JoJo used his ult, and then Zhao who's TPing back. Oh, Ming. Yeah, I mean, there's one reason Unsealed Spellbook, especially on supports, is just so good. Look at that. Can make TP plays a couple times throughout the game. I think this is the game I remember in the end. There was one game at MSI in these series where Ming teleports down into the bottom jungle and gets a deep ward so they can make a play and win the game later.
RNG onto their third kill of the game, and EG scattered to the winds, trying to stay alive. JoJo may have to execute. Recall, I think he's on vision. No, he's not. Blind Q. Oh, he's not going.
So he just went the wrong way there and was way overextended. And Gala has his ult now.
To the top side, covers Bin, and that's why it's so smart to see Ming taking this rune in this match.
Yeah, it's a cheeky little attempt there from EG, trying to catch RNG on their recalls, but Bin with his flash buys enough time for the rest of the team to get there. As you mentioned, he's going to switch over. Spellbook teleport comes in, Wave rotating up to the top side of the map. And Bin goes to play in the minions. Then the charm there, he was throwing it at Way, doesn't get it, gets it onto the minion, and as soon as EG see this counter from RNG, it's a scramble. Everybody just trying to escape, every person for yourself.
I don't really know what happened there. I think
but eventually they find him.
EG felt like they had to make some type of counter move because they screwed up and let them just take Herald, so they didn't even think that Ming would teleport in. And RNG, they don't do things alone. It's like every play they make involves at least two members of the team.
Being on Braum as the last pick just breaks so many things that EG want to do.
Ben sometimes might get a solo kill early.
Break the misfortune ultimate. I mean, he definitely has the possibilities, of putting to stop basically the EG.
So,
right before it even
11 minutes in, we got the first dragon of the game.
Here. I think that's wise as the top
got another uncontested objective on the map. And to win the games, you want to take all the objectives. It's part of the game. The objectives are the most important thing over kills.
I'm not going to be able to get those big ultimates off, so trying to go more for this on hit build, having the Gale Force to reposition from some of the engage tools from RNG. So we'll have to see if Danny can step up massively in these fights, because at the moment he's the one lifesaver for EG.
He's got the most gold in the game last I saw. He had crested over 4,000. We saw the Massacre of Mystic, he was the first one on a pretty early Gale Force, the one that you're describing here. So as far as if we're going to keep the EG Hopium trend going, yes, of course they're down 0-2 and losing.
RNG get the bottom scuttle at 12 minutes.
The whole playoff run was, hey, it's a tough game, but Danny's the big one. He's the guy who's ahead and would carry them in team fights.
Danny already went back and got his first item, so I guess that's what Gala's doing.
Run hit mid game, and they're just going to turn up the tempo massively.
Yeah, my favorite part about Misfortune is the strut, actually.
Way and Viego now have their first items, which pretty big power spikes, especially for Viego.
So we'll see if the rotation becomes big, because Fog of War toggled right now does signal. EG have no idea. RNG completely overloading this mid, dropping off Herald.
RNG's definitely set up to get one of those big gold plays, get a turret at least, to make good use. You want to make good usage out of the Herald buff. You don't want to get the Herald and go through all that effort just to have, what do they call it, Shelly, have the Rift Herald spawn and then it just instantly dies. You go through all that trouble, you want to get a tower at least, or 2 towers. It's not going to happen every time, but you want to try, you don't want to waste the buff. Same thing with Baron.
Exactly. They're trying to help him deal with the unrelenting pressure of the 17-year-old JoJo. No, honestly, unlocking mid lane so that you can get to go do those roams is still, the trend that we're looking for here, because RNG benefits so much from the flanking Lissandra positions. EG trying to use this moment off the push in on the wave on bottom side to go.
I don't know why Inspired hasn't, has really tried to gank Ben, because Ben has been way overextended over the line the entire game. Impact just used his TP, so RNG have an advantage over him because Zalhu has his. They can make a play on the map somewhere, like top lane.
Just to be like, really scare you,
literally just use party fiddlesticks ultimate noise. Like, it's so good.
Looking for the play right now, finding the root, though, big damage, trading it back around, though, sun's gonna come across, double knockup.
So Zalhu used his ult, had to use it on himself that time. He didn't get to engage. JoJo's down. I think JoJo used his ult right before he was down. Got Gangplank's ult coming in on top. Now Nautilus is finding 6, so he flashes, his ult's down. Ming had exhaust loaded and flash. So RNG have Gala's ult and that's it. The others are down, and EG has Viego and who else? I can't see at the moment. EG get vision on the second Herald. Are they gonna get him? Is the Herald a male or a female? I guess it doesn't matter. It's just the Herald. So Zalhu uses his teleport and goes to mid. I've brought it up in the previous VODs. The whole thing, keeping track of all the summoners. And knowing when you can make another attack and punish someone that has one down. So you got Ornn's ult. Because RNG couldn't really fight there because their ults are all down except for Gala, and Gala's down in the bottom lane.
Alright, well, unfortunate. That last eyeball pop, if Inspired could have gotten positioning on the backside to pop the eyeball, combine it with Smite, it would have died, but positioning that way would have meant his life. And RNG slip in to take those rewards. It is just Rift Herald number 2, not quite as valuable as Rift Herald number 1, but for this comp here, for RNG, that want to open up the lane so they can roam around, use Gangplank ultimate and all these flanks from Xiaohu, it actually does mean a lot to take down outer turrets so then you can actually use that Fog of War, use that mission advantage once again.
Also critically gives you this right as Dragon is about to spawn as well. So
okay, so what do we got going on here? We got Gangplank is way overextended. Here again, the line. He's past the line. About to get the first turret. And Gala is overextended over the line, so there's 2. Oh, and they're taking Dragon. Gala's ult's down. Heal. Ignite on Ming. And his ult. So they're gonna expend all their cooldowns. The thing there was to stop RNG from getting the Dragon, which didn't happen. And now, not only the Dragon, they're going to get their second turret. They might get their third turret or first T2 turret. Because they got the Herald buff on the push. I mean, they're starting to get pretty far ahead. It's 27k to 31k. It is a 45-minute game or so, so the EG has to come back or something here in this game.
have been putting their foot completely down on this game, making sure that they can try and push this to the 3-0. I mean, from EG, they're trying so desperately to make these plays, but it's just not working out. You can see here for Danny, like, this is so good from him.
And, but look at the mini-map. So, like, Danny, yeah, he's performing really well in this 1v1, but a big part of the reason Gala takes that 1v1 is because he knows Xiaohu has a good half-screen lead on the rotation down, and so then he's like, nice moves, young guns.
There's one stopwatch. I was getting ready to do a stopwatch counter. So Vulcan used his stopwatch.
That was 3 objectives picked up by RNG in the span of 1.5
Xiaohu has a stopwatch.
plus the extra kills, plus the 2 towers.
Ming has a stopwatch. So there's 2. There's no stopwatches on EG now, and there's 2 on RNG.
Just amazing right now. Hey, the expectation was a 3-0. The question was, how competitive would EG make it look? Game 2 was real close. Game 3 close for a bit. Hey, a big comeback? Certainly possible, sure. But RNG, as now the tournament favorites, are looking to make it all right.
Also have the Hex Tech gates up now.
You could find this big team fight where you get the perfect scenario, impact with the
I think those make a huge difference.
And maybe, just maybe you can do it, but it does require you to get Ming out of the equation. But
That really changed the game, being able to go that far into enemy territory or get back home quickly.
Clear mid lane wave. Mid lane turret will stay alive.
Or leave, get to the enemy base quickly.
As they look for their 3rd MSI trophy, Xiaohu been there for every single one of them. He's already won his mid lane. He's won a top laner. He'll go back to mid. Does that count as a 3rd role? I don't know. But
No. I'm gonna make a ruling here.
No, I'm with that. Yeah, just 2.
Ming is gonna face check, which she rarely does, and Jojo just used his ult. Oh, what else we got?
okay, Ming gonna find himself a nice knock up there.
I think Ming had his stopwatch. It saved his life.
Pushed around, Ming stays alive. The assassination TP behind gets it.
Ben is using his teleport and going into the jungle, and Xiaohu's going to use his, so they're going to flank. Those 2 members are going to come up behind EG and flank them. You got still have Xiaohu's ult. There we go. Xiaohu used his ult. Orn's ult. Ming gets exhausted. That was I was trying to figure out who had the exhaust. That was Impact's exhaust because the unsealed spell book.
Jojo gets a charm to buy some time. Flash. Q's gonna kill. Yes, indeed, it will. Ben finds the 4th of the fight. Inspired's already respawned.
And you can see what EG are thinking, right? RNG have already committed resources in towards the top side jungle.
Okay, got the next dragon up in a minute, so should be preparing to take the dragon by now. Planning in the team, communicating. Let's get wards. Let's get to the dragon pit. Let's be on the bottom side of the map, guys. Those are things that should probably be going on inside the team communication right now.
Different.
Yeah,
if he gets that.
It completely does. I mean, that's the kill slipped through their fingers. That could have been 5 members of EG and only 4 of RNG left, and then all of a sudden the double TP trap is a completely different story. But to your point,
they did have vision. Blue did have vision right there.
No hesitation. Double TP comes out. They trap the rest of the EG, and they get the most out of it.
Oh, that is so heartbreaking, especially if you manage to get the Braum in that equation as well, providing that CC. Like, genuinely, like, the reason Viego can sometimes be so oppressive in fights is, like, stealing these mega supports that have the engages, and I need to see it again here.
I mean, you get 3 new cooldowns to press, right? Like, actually resets your ultimates. You get 4 new cooldowns to press every take. Like, it's really meaningful, but unfortunately, Inspired flubs the play.
So we got right now kind of a lull, they call it. A lull state where there's not much going on. RNG's getting Dragon, EG didn't plan or prepare or anything for Dragon.
And now with the 3rd Dragon, do we want to win with Hexel? Do we want to win with Baron? Do you want to win with Pure Sieging? Any option they want.
Yes.
Inclusive or.
I want to say though, like for EG, like the fact that these guys have been growing over the course of
the point of the game is to try and get all of the objectives on the map. Dragon, Barons, Heralds, and Turrets.
How much, well, to use the pun is like taking notes, it's like you can genuinely see how much
the game doesn't really explain in the tutorial how to actually play the game, and that's one thing I'm not too happy with Riot, is they don't give you a proper tutorial of how to actually play out the game. what you're trying to do.
Play was like a lot of really bad results until then they won MSI.
Have not done a good job of that.
I am less impressed with RNG because they can 5-0 EG, but G2 6-0'd them, right? So like until you win another one,
And then he's got Ghost up and Ignite.
With game 6 and they're too afraid.
Yeah, RNG impressive in their own rights. Here at MSI especially. Well, let's see about this play though.
Oh, that's a nice charm. That is double stun as well. That's a lot of damage, but Wei's able to walk out. Locket buys a lot of time as well, and Ming he won't even die. You gotta be kidding me. It's a 4 versus 2, and they live. The Naka goes for Wei. They will maybe
Well,
kill him finally. Naka's gonna land and get one.
RNG didn't expect that. That really got them back into the game.
Oh, that's a nice charm. That is double stun as well.
Let's see exactly what RNG was trying to do there.
Yeah, RNG impressive in their own rights. Here at MSI especially. Well, let's see about this play though.
Oh, that's a nice charm. That is double stun as well. That's a lot of damage, but Wei's able to walk out. Locket buys a lot of time as well, and Ming he won't even die. You gotta be kidding me. It's a 4 versus 2, and they live.
EG make a trade on them and actually win the fight and trade, and then they were outnumbered because Impact was able to TP in.
Keep in mind, no smite unless Ming's spellbook's over.
There was so much used by RNG though.
He's killing me! Jojo! Gala had everything up, and he gets assassinated.
RNG is letting EG back into the game right here. Got Ben putting his ult down in the Baron pit. Zalhu makes a big play there to try to stop Inspired from getting Baron. See, it was starting to look like RNG was stomping EG, and EG just turned the game around. Kobe's a little bit overexcited, but yeah, it was a very one-sided game, I guess, and EG just turned that around. And plus, when you make stuff like that, you have momentum. This game is very momentum-based. The pro, I guess, the game in general, but and in sports, it's just momentum-driven. That one team usually has a bunch of momentum that the other team doesn't. What am I trying to explain here? You know, we're trying to explain, I guess, what the momentum is. Just the game is going in their way. Everything's going their way.
They get their kills onto the RNG members, they can then turn towards it. Those are two low damage RNG members, so they still get the Baron. That is an objective bounty shutdown, my friend.
Yeah, that is like over 2,000 gold from kills. That is over 2,000 gold from Baron itself, and the gold lead is down to 2K.
This is the evil genius's way, the heart attack way. This is how they win games. They go to these objectives.
How do you keep it? Jesus.
They win team
It's an exciting season in the LCS.
Yeah, it truly was. I mean, the playoffs.
So
was
Wei's
just a completely different story for this team.
got the Dragon coming up in a minute 30. Wei's down there. The Dragon pit looking around, preparing, I think. This is where I wish I had a replay, an actual game instead of the VOD, but
I mean, look, 5,000 Red Bull Baron power play for EG, but now
gotta work with what we have.
A minute until this next dragon. They've done it once, they have to do it again. And you can see Jojo Pyun getting control over mid, having this Baron is going to give
Zalhu is very overextended down there, but this is one reason why Lissandra's so good, because she can escape.
Exactly. To me, the biggest learnings, the notes that they needed to take off game 2 were the vision game. It was manipulated by RNG over and over so well. This time around, though, EG see what they can do as far as their setup for Dragon. 37 seconds. This is the timing that you need to rotate over, clear out your control wards, ensure that
That was good teamwork right there, is what I was trying to get ready to say, because the support on RNG and the jungle were guarding Gala and giving their buff, their red buff, over to their AD. And they were sticking with Gala, so Gala didn't die, because they didn't have any vision in that area. And that's the RNG, great example of how the best teams operate. Their teams, everything is worked together. There is no I or alone. Danny was in a really good spot to get the MF all off right there.
Soul delayed, but RNG picked up 2 more kills.
Now they have to try and defend the base as well. They got the dragon, they delayed the soul, but what can they do about trying to hold on to their base? Xiaohu trying to push in bot side, but with the death timers, it looks like they should be up in time to defend their base.
Yeah, honestly, it was a pretty good bait from Wei. He jumps in as Wukong and then just leaves his clone there for the initiation. And we'll look at the focus because Ming does hold his Unbreakable for the Misfortune ultimate, and that saves lives on the side of RNG.
That's kind of funny. Way trying to blast. Is it blast plant on top of them?
Finishes up the front line, so they get the kill on the 2 EG frontliners while Ming is blocking almost all of that Misfortune ultimate. It allows RNG such an advantage in frontline. But then the double up bounces through. He gets the kill. Danny at least takes 1.
So keeping track of everything, all of the ults for knows out who has his ult up. Oh, got more fighting coming in. Who's TP? Zhao who's TP?
Ming's glacial fissures in these fights have been so impactful. It keeps EG wrapped in towards the dragon pit, and there it prevents Jojo Pyun from being able to follow.
Also, Gala had to use his flash, so probably be punished in a team fight.
We shouldn't kill him, but it will be some pretty good damage. Actually, that might be enough now. He can get a stun. That's going to be a GA burned, and that makes it pretty easy to get Inspired next time.
Inspired had a stopwatch or a GA.
Reinforcements are enough. Though it's 5v4 in the map, Inspired walks away.
Who's sitting in the bush here? He's been waiting here the whole time, waiting for the defense.
The ulti's going to come across Danny, but a cleanse flash. Stay alive. Wei will not catch him. But how about the rest? As Zaya comes in, impact flashing. Will not die, but another summoner is down.
Yeah, good defense there from EG. They evade death. Still the tower given up. RNG take a lot off of that failed play mid from Evil Genius. Jojo is going for the hero play there onto Gala.
Well, EG was able to stop them from getting into their base.
As you mentioned, from Ming sets them up. RNG taking multiple.
The defense, though, hurts EG. It's 3 flashes burned on their side for 2 of RNG's. The attempt to go for it, very smart. Mid lane tier 2 dies anyway. EG Slither were playing their hand, lose more than they needed to.
And again, you can already see RNG are thinking 2 minutes ahead.
See, that was maybe not the brightest thing there. Inspired didn't have any vision. He went out where it was completely dark, and RNG could have been in the jungle right there waiting on him.
EG can try and get control over this again. Ming has been so crucial in these fights at denying EG their chances.
Lock up yet again. Impact, not yet seen by the sweeper, but RNG going to get rid of the vision. Now they'll know Inspired is around. As Xiaohu jumps over the wall, that is roughly knowable. And they are kind of aware. Hits the Scryer's Boom now as well. Says, okay, I'm not in any wards. Cool, my flank is going to be even easier. AE this wall. Will walk towards
Ming's got his smite up.
Sees the other, though, and EG's like, okay, that's Xiaohu behind us with an ulti. Not a play we like.
Again, you know, that unsealed spellbook support, it's great.
2 of the critical members getting in here. Those are the engaged components you have to control for. Spell shield is down.
I like the stun into smite mid-air, because if he misses the E or mistimes it, he's like, oh, I'm safe. You can stun, get a lot of damage down, and you can force Xiaohu to maybe have to take a walk back from base. Impact still creating items. This would be his 3rd, I believe, overall. 1 on him and 2 on teammates, as Divine Sunderer and Gale Force are upgraded to Digicon without one just yet.
Yeah,
There, again, another lull state where not much going on to talk about. I don't really like the dead air, though. That was one thing I've been worrying about, is having areas where I'm not talking, but I can only do so much, so I'm realizing I can't worry about it. I've already felt like I've had areas in this game where I wasn't talking very much, but I'm watching what's going on. I'm just here to point it out.
With that ace, even with that Baron picked up, RNG have come right back into taking control of this one. 5 tourists to 2. This could be the climactic fight that sends EG.
Ben is going down there past the line, but he does have Zhao who... okay, RNG's down by the dragon. I don't see anything in EG that they plan to get dragons or prepare to... There's the term tilted. Maybe it's, are they tilted this far into a series that they can't even think about simple things like objectives. They're too worried about just the team and winning and going home. They do have objective bounties coming into the game. In the game, like spawning or whatever.
Take out some of that vision. EG just tried to establish themselves, and with impact in the bot lane, looks like
RNG will probably bait them into a fight here and start the Baron.
One board in the brush will not even quite spot Gala, so they don't know if anyone's in the pit. Now they see Gala walked away, so they're pretty safe with this one. Jojo, wait, the wings, Bin pushes in top, another glimpse.
I haven't really been rolling with my notes in this game. Maybe that's one bad thing. Stopwatch there. So we got to see why we had that fight there, but why did that happen? And it looks like EG got the best of RNG there.
Trades one back, but it's 3 alive for EG. 3 alive for EG. Can the barrel chains work now? Wayne knows the GP even better. Mid-tier 2 or Baron could be the target.
So they immediately, I'm sure, are going to go try to get Baron now.
Inspired and impacted so much in that fight to zero out the backline. Now smites it for everyone, but Way only has W to get in the pit. He's not even going to try. He's stuck in the
I don't know if RNG caught, or EG caught RNG off guard there is what happened. Miscommunication on RNG. Maybe it was just like a coin flip fight. There's the thing I was talking about. Now this is why I say Ming is probably the best support in the entire world. Others say Carrier. I don't pick favorites, but I would, if you're going to ask me number one guy, I think I'm going to say my opinion is Ming if I had to pick, but I don't have a favorite. Using a teleport to go clear down in the enemy jungle and get a ward there so his teammates, it's that line I talk about, just to make sure Ben doesn't cross that line so they can farm that bottom lane. Jojo got a good charm off in that fight that helped. Charming Ben, that's probably a good bit of damage in the team fights. So he got a really good charm off on Ben. Because remember, Ben has the oranges that can cleanse the charm, so Jojo got him at a good time.
Still a 3,000 gold lead. I would say these stats of Baron roughly answer these stats of the Hex Tech Soul, so you gotta get the scoreboard actually accurate right now.
Oh, I forgot to turn the phone off.
A little bit worse. Impact has upgraded JoJo's mythic right now. What more levels we can get Vulcan for that one? RNG though, aware that they should probably just wait out this minute 40 seconds left. The Red Baron power play.
Sorry about that. That's very unprofessional again. I forgot to turn the phone off today. I will make sure to do that before I do any more VODs. And of course it happened when I was like almost through a game. Let me go back. I am very sorry.
It was just the 100 per person. It wasn't an upgraded bounty.
Yeah. I mean, plus we're also taking into account Ornn upgraded items. You know, impact upgrading for everybody here almost.
So they get their Baron.
Yeah, and you're looking at items as well. I mean, 6 items already there for Bin and also for Danny. So maxed out entirely on how strong they are going to be. Inspired, trying to see if he can play off Fog of War here. Put the pressure on RNG.
100% crit Zai, by the way. Wait, okay. Yep, that is the red trinket spotting him out, but top turret will take meaningful damage. Good wave clear, but not enough just yet.
In fact, going back to answer the Lissandra split push.
Got objective bounties in the game right now, so they're letting the gold lead of RNG slowly go away and getting EG back into this game.
Shahu has ult, Shahu has flash, Shahu has a Zonias as well. He's gonna get rid of the Banshees. Gonna trade that back. Charm's not gonna land. He aggroes him to get him out of the Hex Gate, but the E over the wall is gonna be enough. Good damage, and Jojo will not ult to follow.
Well played by Jojo there, getting out the extra cooldown. Close.
Zahu got off a Scryer's Bloom there on his side down into the blue bottom jungle.
Try and get some vision control pushed in onto this top side of the map as well, and continue trying to play these side lanes. It feels like at the moment RNG a little bit timid after that last fight that EG were able to win, and don't want to just go for the straight up 5v5.
I've looked pretty good, right? You've got enough scary.
I think Impact's kind of scared to move up any further than that. Right now, see, he doesn't have any vision down here. He's a guy that doesn't cross the line.
It is a full crit. MF does scale up crit chance. Not the full value that attacks do, but he has 100% crit chance. Danny Soul will do a lot of damage. His autos will all hit for like 800 before armor. Is a scary champion. I'm
assuming his Anathemas Chains is attached to Danny as well to try and further mitigate, but the brush play.
And they're going to try to catch EG off guard.
Walks away. He's like, okay, we know something's here. Impact takes damage, but he is the tank and he's armor stacked. Knows Lissandra will not target him, but a death cap is done for Lissandra. Cleanse forced out. A root onto 2. That's actually big damage. Gala's under 1k. Will heal up a little bit, and he's wearing a red buff as well. So we'll actually.
What's down and up? They've all got their alts and some of their spells up. So.
Almost a stun would have been pretty good. Still a bit more damage coming across, though. Has to respect this one. So the ward gets out.
Oh, this is so tense. I'm just
normally the Elder Dragon's what closes games out. Whoever gets the Elder Dragon can normally win the game.
Elder Dragon in 12 seconds. EG have won the team fight so far in this game, but will it be enough now? Bin, no barrel.
Way's gonna get the Scuttlecrap vision.
This might be the fight here. Nice little poke from Gala, hits Vulcan. Shield gonna be on cooldown. Herald, sorry, Scuttle claim. Shahu waiting the wings. Cleanse and flash up for everyone. Shahu no ult though. Not as big of a flank threat. Charm lands.
Oh, Ming gets charmed. He got his ult off. He used his flash. They're into Danny's, which that allows Danny to get his ult off without having Braum there with the big shield. So that was smart on EG to get him out of the fight so Danny could get his ult off and keep Ming out, so because Ming can do his shield thing that'll just completely block Danny's ult.
And this might be a fight that EG can longer take. Yeah, there's so much damage done to
Gangplank's ult.
The front line for EG is too low.
He can in for it. You gotta look at me. Dragon to deal some damage. Bin may lose his GA. Huge damage here. Charm will not land. Ult comes across. Danny's gone.
Zahu's ult. Use it on himself that time to heal. Didn't get to engage.
Vulcan chase down. Shahu will get his second kill. No. Safety finally gets him down and inspired. Running for his life. He'll drop as well. RNG had to work for it. Game 2 was a comeback. Game 3 was a slobber knocker, but now they will not.
I guess they're just gonna try to close it out.
They know that this is over. You've only got Jojo Pyun and Impact left against all members of RNG.
How do you build 20 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, they have to pull out a miracle to buy some time here.
Walks in to tank it. Impact and Jojo Pyun, oldest and youngest players of the tournament. 2v5 to hold the base alive. RNG
Jojo trying his best to distract him and buy time for his team.
Impact buys time. Zonias as well. Turris firing. Gala trades back with the Zonias, but he'll kill Jojo Pyun.
Doing a pretty good job because RNG's having to get out of there. They thought they could close that out. See, they probably should have got the Elder. Right now, they're wishing they got the Elder Dragon instead of trying to close the game out.
MSI, can they do it again versus RNG? Can they track down Way? He's so low.
Hex gates out. Way is low. He's not on any wards. They don't know for sure his health bar or how much time they've got to spend.
Track down Way.
Track down Way. Danny knows what's up. Danny walks fast, but he's not around. Inspired, leaving the base now.
They had to give Jojo some credit. I'm sure it's very difficult to land charms on players like the RNG players.
Careful though. You're in a 1v3. Trades with Bin, but it's only a Guardian Angel. He's gonna die for it. They're gonna trade the GA. Way waiting around, but Elder will be claimed.
So and EG get the Elder Dragon, so it's.
Way has a GA. Stays up as well. EG have Elder on 3.
The Elder usually it's such a strong buff it lets that team win. But see, EG's not in a place where they can push the lanes and get into RNG's base and close this game out.
They use so much
And
in that
this
fight,
will
though. You
allow
don't have
RNG to go get
Jojo
Baron.
Pyun needs to wait as well. RNG Gonna try and just start this one up
Sadly, I think
before EG.
all EG was able to do was bandage, put a bandage over their bleeding. But
it will be Baron buff versus Elder Dragon buff. The Elder Dragon is shorter and was acquired earlier, so EG's buff will fall off first. RNG do secure their Baron buff to push on later with.
got 74k gold to 79. So 5k gold lead.
But if you recall back to 2016,
I think I could do that math.
Favorites of the tournament versus CLG, and the biggest comeback in professional League of Legends history at 17,000.
Zhaohu's solo pushing the side lane, and we don't have anyone pushing the bottom side lane.
During that tenure, we'll see if the young upstarts. Keep in mind, it was Stixay, a rookie AD carry, replacing Dublin.
And see, this is where the okay. I guess I can talk about this too. My 100 CS at 10 minutes, my 200 at 20, my 300 at 30. Impact is way off of that number. He's only 273 at 41 minutes into the game. Danny is over that, so see, you can get over. And he's getting all this farm coming into his base, so him being shoved in, it's helping his CS numbers. Ben is kind of close. Zhaohu is, see, they're off. The two carries on RNG are kind of off. They could have more gold. But in this game, they haven't really been fighting, or they haven't been farming in the side lanes. They've just kind of been fighting more often.
Spot what's going on here. Jojo staying in the fog, looks for the play on the main, gets a charm. Would love to find that fight with 8 seconds left on Elder, but they do not find their way in. This will time out, and RNG will once again be the team winning on the Rift.
Start to see if they can get control over this mid lane. RNG waiting here. Impact on the side. They still want to look for this fight before the waves hit the base.
Where's Xiaohu game?
Yeah.
Spot the flanker. He's been so creative getting into brush, getting into flank positions behind evil geniuses.
Wow, pushing.
They're kind of handshaking right now. Zhaohu gets his initiation there. He's engaged.
2k health left, but he will drop as well. Xiaohu can do no wrong. A bullet time is huge, but it will not find kills. 3v5 doesn't even happen.
NF ult got a lot of damage off.
And it's 2 against the world. Guardian Angel up. Wave might burn down, but he will not find the kills. Being low, but will not drop. GA still there, and he's going to trade back in. Inspired can't get him. GA down. Danny gets 1, but trades his life back out as Ben kills him. And is inspired against the world. And the world,
I think they got enough time to close it out now.
EG have been aced. The minions could do it by themselves. RNG beat evil geniuses 5 games in a row. RNG on the
And so EG, they kind of got smashed the first game, but they progressively, the next game and the next game, they got a little better and a little better. So I'm sure they had a really good learning experience. They should get to Worlds. So hopefully they improve on their mistakes. So that's the first series here on the MSI knockout stage, and RNG win and move on to the finals. I have the next series coming up is T1 versus G2, and then we will VOD review those, and then we will VOD review the 2 winners at the finals. So I will see you at the next video. Thank you.